Yes. I changed the time by 15 minutes. That is all. And the reason I did that is because I was head down editing and I lost track of time. So it is what it is. It's really easy to lose track of time when you're editing because you're so like laser focused on what you're doing, and it's really easy to lose track of time while you're editing. And I was talking to Tom earlier this morning, and he was like, I mean, at that point it was like 2.5 hours away, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go live at 11. No worries. And got back to editing after I texted him a little bit, and again, it wasn't much. It was just a couple of texts, and so got back to editing, and I look down, and it's like 10:30 already. I'm like, I mean, no, it was like 10:09. I'm like, what? Dang it! I hadn't even scheduled it yet. So I was like, well, I gotta give everybody at least an hour headway. But that's how that went. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is It Belongs in a Museum, to which your dutiful reply should be, so do you. And I would agree with that. But this is where we take a couple of games off my shelves and kind of do an unboxing of them. And they're older games. Usually, most of the time when you have a board game content creator channel, it's going to be what's coming out, what's about to come out, what's about to go to crowdfunding, and there's very little, if zero, emphasis on games that are older than 5 years, older than 3 years old. So what we're trying to do on Tuesdays is we just focus on a couple older games. Doesn't have to be necessarily a game that came out a long time ago, but, and you know, Tim and I were talking about this on Western Contingent a couple of episodes ago, and if you do the math this way, about excuse me, oh golly, sorry, about 5,000 games come out every year, circa. And so if a game is 5 years old, that's 25,000 games ago that it came out. Or it was in the batch that was 25,000 games ago, right? So in board game years, if we can make that a phrase, 5 years is kind of old. Not really. In reality, you know, it only came out 5 years ago. You know, I think I've got shirts in my closet that I've had for longer than that. I know I've had a pair of shoes for at least 3 years. So it's not like it's really, really old, but it's older and it doesn't get talked about anymore. So that's what we do. We talk about games that have maybe missed the limelight. Unacceptable, moving it by 15 minutes. Well, poo-poo on you, Vanessa. Philip Zomberg is here. Well, if it's football, that can be hours. This is true. David Brownlee says, howdy, howdy. Hola. Eric, 15 is as high as he can count. That's true. Did you get the editing done? No. But I'm about 2/3 of the way done with the video. I'll probably finish, no, I will finish today. But I also have to shoot a review for the Dice Tower that's going up tomorrow. So I've got to shoot and edit that. That one's going to be a small one. I'm editing. I'm reviewing War of 1812. So, I'm going to take a break after this video actually and play it a couple of more times so that I can, you know, kind of really wrap my head around it. But I mean, it's such a small game. But there are cool things about it, and I don't want to miss anything. So I want to play it at least one more time. before I review it. But that has to get shot and edited today, but it's going to be a shorter video because it's such a small game. So I'm not worried about that. I will get done with the preview video today, get them over, get it over to them so they can take a look at it and see what they think. And then we will be ready to hit the ground running on editing more videos tomorrow. Yep, Strider is here. He's laying down on his bed over there. So I can count to 20 as long as I remember to take both socks off. You're missing some digits. If okay, no, it's 5 per. Yeah, you're right. 5 times 4. Yeah, all right. But you have to use. You can reuse your hands. You know that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You can use your hands twice, bro. Yep, so do you, Peter Rowan. Everybody belongs in a museum. How would you feel if they ever made a wax figure of yourself? That would be unreal. That would be surreal. That would be weird. That's never going to happen. Sorry I'm late. It's okay, Luke. A wizard arrives precisely when he means to. Tate Modern now featuring Sam. I don't know what Tate Modern is. Victoria Ketchum is here. Hello, Victoria. In the year 2525, we can build a new Earth from published unsold board games. That might be the case. Wow, Sam really can't count past 15. No, I can. I just did. I counted to 20. I don't have enough memory to use my hands twice. I always have to start over somewhere around 12. I'm sorry, Terrier. I got nervous when Sam suggested we had more than 5 digits on each hand and or foot. You never know, man. Bluey has a remix version of the song that I can only count to 4, and my son loves it. Some people have 6 figures on their hands. Yes. The actor that was in Princess Bride. Use binary and the position of your fingers, and you can count to 2 to the power of 10 on just your fingers. That's weird, David. Don't do that. In Princess Bride, the man has 6 figures. Yes, I know. Fingers, not figures, Chris. Come on, man. Type right. I have my mocha, hazelnut mocha, made with Irish cream chocolate powder from the Dominican Republic. It's quite good. I'm really enjoying it. We brought back a few bags of it. It was expensive, but Jessie brought back this vanilla cream chocolate powder, and she loves it. She almost went into a panic because she can't find anywhere to buy it. So that was interesting. Tate Modern is a museum in London with modern... Pardon me, sorry. Woke up with a little bit of a scratchy throat today, and it's not bad. I'm not feeling sick at all. I just sound like I'm a little sick. So fancy, I know, right? It's so posh. But, so we are chugging along. It's pronounced Fonse. Yes, I know, it's Fonse. I think it's just an Irish coffee, period. It isn't. It isn't. It's a hazelnut mocha with Irish cream chocolate powder. So, call it JT's cold? No, I don't think so, because he's really down for the count. He has not been feeling well at all, and I'm nowhere near that. I'm very functionable. I'm very up and around. I'm really actually not even coughing that much, but because I'm talking more right now, it's more pronounced, I guess. But yeah, cough, cough. Trust me, I'm not sick. LOL. I thought you sounded a little under the weather. Yeah, I mean it is, but I mean it's been super cold around here lately, and it's snowing right now. We got like half an inch overnight, which is like nothing. Um, and it was really dry snow, so it's not it's not bad at all, actually. Did you get the steamer's schedule sorted? Melissa is currently out of town, and she is the person that we need to talk to, and I don't want to disturb her vacation. But as I have said to Douglas, we are going to have a game night that night. Whether it is at Steamers or it is here at our house. Now, we are going to try to schedule Steamers. Period. End of discussion. Hard stop. We just have to wait for Melissa to come back into town. The church, however, we are going to be contacting them this afternoon. That is on my list of to-do things that I gave myself. So that's going to happen today. But again, even if the church on the 22nd is not a viable place that we can have a game night, well, if anybody's in town for the game nights, game days, whatever, come on over to the house. That's pretty much what we're going to do. But we are going to try to schedule those two places first. Not snowing here, Tom says. Yes, I know. Nice shirt, Sam. I know, right? Deliverance, baby. I'm still dealing with the remnants of an intestinal bug I came down with on Sunday evening. Oh, dear. Yeah, those are nasty. I don't like that. Hope you are well for your vacation, Vanessa. Tom is like, because we ain't going to be hanging around if you come down here sick. That's what I read there. Chris Mayfield, how's the new house coming along? Not like the money pit, I hope. No, it is not. It is very much, it's a very solid house. The inspector that came through and came through and inspected it before we bought it, gave it basically like a 94, 95% as far as how much in good of a shape it is. So I appreciated that, and and that is really kind of holding true. Nothing has been falling apart. Nothing has been, except for Puppy having his rampage the other day. But really, it's not that. It's a very nice house. We're loving it. We got 1 inch or more, and are expecting another 1 to 2 tonight. Thanks, Tom. I should be fine by then. I mean, going forward, starting in April, May, the wife needs to schedule her vacation at work. Oh, okay, David. Well, for those, you can just assume that we are going to do the second Friday of every month at Steamers. Because even if I mean, at that point, there's not going to be hockey, so... But I mean, even if we have hockey, like for example, the 21st, we have a hockey game that we're going to go to. But because we need to get our Steamers West game night in there this month, we're probably going to be giving those tickets away to somebody else so they can use them, and we're going to be hosting the game night. Granted that Melissa is okay with it. But as far as like March, April, and May, we're going to be back on schedule with that second Friday of the month. On my way, Eric says. No, we would still get together. Nah, whatever. Even if all I had was a Coke, I'm sure I'll be good to go by next week. I don't understand what that means. David Brownlee, you mentioned switching to third Friday. That's why I was asking. No, we're not going to switch that to the third Friday. We're going to keep that because Melissa really kind of... It's just that this month, Melissa really kind of depends on that. Not depends on it in a financial way, just depends on it in a logistical scheduling way. So because she's got to either be there herself or schedule somebody else to be there. So it's better for us to stick to the second Friday of every month for steamers, just because of just to make things easier for her logistically. We are getting a few inches of snow tomorrow to go with a few feet of snow already here. It's supposed to be in the 80s in Orlando next week. I'll be looking forward to some lazy river time. Our hotel has one. Well, there you have it. Robert Newman is here. What's up, Robert? Good to see you, pal. Sam, have you seen Hearts of Iron on GameFound? I have seen that, yes. If so, what are your thoughts? I've backed it, but your opinion goes a long way with me. Well, we can take a look at it real quick, even though that goes completely against the vibe of the show here. But Hearts of Iron, I have seen. I haven't really taken a hard look at it. Hearts of Iron, Kickstarter. Oh no, GameFound. Oh, it's by Steamforged. Didn't realize that. Special edition. It has already crushed its funding goal. Will you reenact history or rewrite it? Inspired by the grandest strategy video game. No. La 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 la. A competitive strategic board game that puts you in the control of history, guide your nation through the Second World War, navigating a complex political military landscape while managing national stability, alliances, threats, and trade agreements. Why back now? Won't go to retail. Free gameplay expansion. Free gift. 7 nations to choose from. Expansions included in general pledges. Build political power, manage your resources, keep your... My initial impression, bub, is how is this different from Axis and Allies? I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks a little bit different, but this looks like an Axis and Allies redo. Honestly, that's what it looks like to me. And it's based on a video game that I know nothing about and I've never played. So I say all that to say this. I don't really have much of an opinion on it other than what I just said. I mean, I see where there can be differences with each of the different battles taking place in different regions, and each of those different regions have different, looks like levels of differences as far as what you need to attack and all of that kind of stuff. But it looks like just a revamp of Axis and Allies, brother. So that's my initial impression, bud. But I have seen, like, you know, a lot of ads about it and that kind of thing. So there you have it. I answered your question. Now I'm going to go back to older games. Steamforged means I'm not backing it. Love the video game, but so many of their games seems they need more development. Pick it up on the secondhand market if it turns out to be good. Unmatched Witcher sets are out. That's cool. I played Kelp this weekend and was impressed at how balanced it was for an asymmetrical 2-player game. Cool. Market is always flush with games from people who have backed more than they can play. I love when that we've distracted Sam from the game guessing. Oh, no. You have not. You have not distracted me from anything. I just went and answered Robert's question. That's all. I can't do game night with you unless I find a place to stay. Too cold to sleep in the car. Well, yeah. Duh. Doug and Emily stay in a hotel. We've got a lot of hotels that are here, and I would offer our house, but we don't have any beds for you. That's a problem. All right, Star Wars Carcassonne has Vikings? What? It does? I didn't know that. Vanessa, too bad won't catch the game live. I have to head off to chiropractor appointment. Catch y'all later. All right, you're welcome. See you later, Vanessa, and you are welcome, Robert. Those two were two different things. All right, so first things first, the first game that we're going to talk about today is actually a younger game. Actually, it's not that young. It's 7 years old, but it is the younger of the two that we're going to talk about. This one came out in 2018, and the mechanisms involved is tile placement and a progressive turn order. Tile placement and progressive turn order. Those are the two mechanisms I'm going to give you, and the year was 2018. The year was 2018. All right. A lightsaber axe would be cool, I think. I've seen some people that like tried to envision what a lightsaber axe would look like, and it looks kind of stupid. But because it's not a straight edge, lightsabers have to be kind of straight, and axes aren't straight. They have, like, you know, a whole lot of different angles to them. I can't share a place to sleep with Doug again. Again? Patchwork. No, Philip, you're wrong. Newton. No! Why would I play a game based on apples? Carpe diem, or carpet diem. That is incorrect. Carpe diem. Nope, that is not correct. TI4, The Golden Years. Starring Fred Savage. No, that's not correct. What were the mechanics again? The mechanics were tile placement and a progressive turn order. King Domino, no. Thomas Mole, he got it. All right, Tom, you are the man. You have won the guessing for the first time. No, not the first time. For this time. For the first game this time. That's what I meant to say. So Planet is the first game that we're going to talk about. And this came out in 2018. And honestly, I didn't really give it much thought. We picked this one up largely because Dante back then was very interested to give it a try. And so we went ahead and did that. We put it up there. Autocorrect destroyed my guess. I was still able to parse it out. Carpet diem, carpe diem. I was able to glean that. So it was easier this time. Only 3 choices. Really enjoyed Planet. First game I have ever played at a con. Really, that's an interesting moniker that it has. All right. Well, this does have a little bit of a gimmick. It's basically just a drafting game, but it does have the gimmick of building your own little personalized globe. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get to that down on the Bang, just like that. So yeah, it'll be good. All right, so this is Planet. As you can see, it's put out by Blue Orange Games. And Serena Miraman is the artist. Solinskas. I probably murdered that name and I apologize. But as you can see, it has a very stark cover to it, but it's also pretty cool. I didn't dislike the cover at all. I do like how it kind of, that UV coating that they put on the planet makes it pop out a little bit more from the rest of the box. So I think that's pretty cool. It also did have a fairly decent insert. Now, I say that as all of these things are kind of all over the place, but realize that this is not very messy, comparatively speaking. I think that this is probably one of the cooler inserts that has come with the game in a while, and but I don't want to overstate that. But this is all of the components of the game. As you can see, you have these little globes. Now, they're not globes, but that's what they're supposed to be. They're globes that you're going to be sticking these magnetic tiles on. So that will just pop in there right like that. And then over the course of the game, you can build out these different areas by placing more things next to it. So I added one desert region to this region here, making it 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces wide. So later on, I could maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe I could join these two C areas and make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces wide. You see what I'm saying? So you're basically building this out. The reason that, or the purpose behind building this out in a certain way is based upon the cards that you are drafting. So you have different species tiles that are going to be in the game. And so as we look at this real quick, this is like a first player token. As we look at some of these here, they're going to be different kinds of animals that are trying to inhabit your planet, but they need certain living conditions. So this guy here, the vulture, he wants to be next to some dirt lands or mountainous regions. That he wants to be in a mountain region, the largest mountain region that is not next to water. And so the person that is going to be there, as we are going throughout the game, they're going to, this guy wants to go to the planet that has the largest mountain region that is not next to water. This one wants to go to the scorpion wants to go to the largest desert region that is not next to or adjacent to snow. This little guy right here wants to go to mountain that's not adjacent to sand. This elephant here wants to go to the largest sand region that is next to a mountain, and so forth and so on. Then you also have ones like this one right here. So this panda wants to go to the planet that has the most forest regions in it. And that is pretty much it as far as the different combinations of things. You want to go to the largest this that's not next to that, or the largest this that is next to that, or the planet that has the most forest regions in it. And so you're going through and you're drafting cards, and if a card isn't one on a specific turn, it's moved to the next turn. So and it's set up in such a way that you have the tiles are set up 5 times, you know, first turn through the 10th turn, and then the cards are set up in a very similar fashion. So the first 3 turns that you can draft, the first 2 turns you're just building up your globe based on what you're seeing out here as best you can. But dang it, my throat is so dry. But after these turns, now we're doing 2, and after some turns of that, now we're doing 3, and it is possible for one planet to win multiple species in a turn. But let's say if this one right here didn't get won, it will get moved to the 5th turn. And if it still isn't won by somebody else, then it'll get moved to the 3rd and so forth and so on until they're all picked. And it'll basically go 12 rounds, and then whoever has the most points is the winner. Well, what do you score points for? At the end of the game, you're going to score points for the number of regions that you have, and then you also have this kind of like a set collection mechanic that's in here. So if you get this card, you are going to get 2 more points if you have 11 segments of snow on your planet. If you have 14, you get 4 more points. 17, you get 6 more points, and so forth and so on. So this may or may not go with the animals that are out, but it's a way for you to get more points at the end of the game based upon what color you draw at the beginning. So, and that's really about it. It's not a difficult game at all. The only thing about it is that you know, building the planet and how the planet is going to score has proven to be a little bit difficult for some people to understand, but I'm not going to call that a game problem. But that is Planet. Ooh, that was a box fart and a half. Looks like 10-sided dice to me. Nope, they are not. They're 12 sides, 12-sided. Really liked this game. I already liked this game. Yeah, it is a good one, Luke. You should try it out. You would probably enjoy it. Your kids probably would too, I believe. Explaining game rules when you have a sore throat is the worst. Yeah, well, it is what it is. All right. So, that was Planet. So, Tom, who did you pick? Or do you want it to be you, my good man? I, too, was trying to spell Planet and auto-corrected, changed it to Monopoly 40K. 40K Monopoly. That might be interesting. Just got here. What's up, Ryan? Is there another shot at guessing? Yes, there will be. Anyone in chat not win yet? Tom is asking. So, Tom knows the drill. He's going to either choose himself or he's going to choose somebody in chat that has not yet won. And you will have to email me at flipsideobg@gmail.com. I'm putting that in the chat comments right now so that everybody can see that. The only way to win is not to play. Wow, David. I see how you're going to be, bro. That's not cool. We have one more guessing coming up. So the first game that we went over was Planet. And TM was the winner. So he is currently tasked with finding someone in the chat who has yet to win. And if that doesn't happen, well, we'll just have to work something else out. We are about to go with our second game for guessing, however. And this one was made 12 years ago, 2013. 2013 is the game. And the mechanisms are dice rolling and area movement. Dice rolling and area movement. Dice rolling and area movement. All right, so we're going to go back over. I already won, but Sam just sent me his water bill. I did not. I blame the 80s. Yeah, I know. That is true. In Squid Games. That is very true. I've not watched that series, but good night. Why would you want to play a game that you could possibly die in? I guess a lot of people do that, especially for a living, but... Woo! We have 1775 Rebellion. Wrong. Chris Mayfield says Risk Legacy. Wrong. Earthquake. Wrong. Mice and Mystics. Heart of Glorm. Gloom? Glorm? I didn't know. Gunship. First Strike. Rogue Agent. Burning Suns. Luke Shirus actually already got it right, but you guys were firing off the things so fast that I was just like, okay, well, you guys go on. I'll just keep reading them. But Luke is the one that got them right. Bioshock Infinite, wrong. Star Wars Imperial Assault. Wrong. It is indeed Firefly, the game. Firefly, the game. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my my whistle wet here so that I don't cough in your ears as much. Now, Firefly the game is just a pick up and deliver game. That's really all it is. But there are other things kind of baked into it according to the theme. Now, Firefly is probably one of the most tragically short TV series ever made. The actors, the content, the universe, the dialogue, everything about this show was so great. The movie was The TV show was banging. Loved it. It basically had the feel of a sci-fi western. And I loved this TV show so much. I did enjoy the movie as well. I really, really, really enjoyed this TV show. The game seeks to replicate that IP and does a very good job at it. Length of game is what usually keeps this off the table more often than anything else. Because you are looking at least 2 hours, probably closer to 3 at base. And you know, that's a problem in most groups, right? Ryan says, I sent you the solo variant for First Class in an email last night. I tried it out last night myself and it was good. Only took about 45 minutes too. Thank you, Ryan. I did see your email. I appreciate that. I will look into it, and that is a viable choice for tomorrow. So, a matter of fact, since you did that, I'll probably go ahead and do that because I didn't have anything else that was really kind of jonesing for my time. But I'll give it. I think I probably will give it a whirl. That's not set in stone, however, because I do have a lot of games that need to be played, so I'm going to check some of those first to see if they have solo modes in it so I can teach myself how to play and get ready for teaching other people. But if not, then First Class is up there because it's one of those things that I haven't played in a long time. As for the first win, for me, just bring me something to Dice Tower West. You got it, Tom. You got it. Honestly, didn't think people liked Firefly game. That's interesting. Found this at a Goodwill store for $4, unwrapped. Wow! Holy cow. They do have a 10th anniversary edition out now, and it came in this big, huge, like, war chest type of thing where it had all of the expansions in it. I also do have actually I have most of the expansions. I just have it in 2 boxes. right now. So you have Firefly the game, and then you also have the Blue Sun expansion set. So we'll go through both of those, but anyone not win recently? Nathan Killian looks so young on that box. I know, right? They're waiting on Nathan Fillion the rookie schedule. Sam will send me used Oreos or a plunger as punishment for last week's spoiler. I will. Absolutely. Let's see. Honestly, didn't think people liked Firefly game. You know, as I've said, not all games are for all people. You know, I say that frequently. And there are some out there that probably do not like this game. I can't say that there aren't. But I do have the cargo ship, whatchamacallit? Oh, what do you call it? Dang it. Organizer. There we go. That's what I was thinking. And as you can see, there is a lot of stuff in here that is probably supposed to be somewhere else, but you kind of get the idea, right? As we're looking at some of this stuff, though, a lot of this stuff can indeed be put in other places, but you kind of get the idea, right? It has a ton of cards. It has a ton of cards in it, and main reason for that is because that's where a lot of the other stuff comes from, right? Wow, just stuff is falling out everywhere. This is bad. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. Dang it. And now I can't find it. Anyway, I'm just going to do this because, man, this is a great insert too. That's the thing. But if stuff gets in between these two things, then it messes things up a little bit. So, but this is a great insert. I'm kind of bummed that it is not really kind of doing its job here. But I think it's mainly because I have not got it in here correctly. Anyway. But, man. There we go. What about this? Why isn't this going in there? Come on, get in there. Anyway, I'm not going to do that anymore. It has a ton of cards in it, right? Because cards are anything from crew members for your ships to event cards to meeting up with the bad guys to any number of things, right? So I do want to try to get some of these things out of here so that it kind of goes back in a little bit nicer. But as you can see, there's no board in here. And that's because the board actually goes elsewhere. Why? Yeah, okay. This goes here. And then this goes right down in here like this. One of the cool things about this, though, is that, where is it? Oh, where did it go? Oh, I thought there was a secret compartment in here somewhere. There is, isn't there? Yeah, there is. So you have the secret compartment in here. And I can't, this is kind of the weird thing. I can't remember how to open it. I literally can't remember how to open that. But there's a secret compartment in it. I don't know. I don't even remember what's in there. But it was just designed because, you know, the whole thing of Firefly was that they were smugglers, and so they would smuggle stuff around, and but I cannot for the life of me remember how. Oh wait, there it is. There it goes. You just open it that way. There we go. You seeing that? And I can't see what's in there. I don't think anything is in there. No, there's dice. There it is. So there they come. See, look at there. Here's the actual dice that are in the game. I think that's funny. It was a neat little thing. Just a little smuggling compartment. That's funny. Anyway, I think it's funnier that I had so much trouble remembering that was there. But anyway, that goes in. Dang. This would fit better if these stupid dividers weren't so jacked. There we go. That's there. That goes back in there. And this goes back in here. And then this goes in here somehow, I think. And then that's that box. This box has the rest of my stuff in it. And it is a lot of different things. So all of the other dividers that I'm not using, which I should probably go back and change some of those things out a little bit. Another thing that people probably didn't like too much about it was the fact that they had paper money. So there's that as well. But they did have these little things here that were pretty neat for holding money and your paper money in there. These are what the ships look like. So you have your ship that's moving around the board like so. And we take all of that stuff out. Here's another die to kind of go with that one. Here's the rule book. Here is the Kaladesa rule book, the Pirates and Hunters rule book, and then the Blue Sun rule book. So those are the expansions basically that I have. And then you actually have the board. Now, the main board is just this little guy right here. All right, so this is the main board that you would have for the base game. All right, this is the main board for the base game. Then you would also have, in addition to this, you would have one of the expansions came with Kaladesa, which also had, I can't remember, I think this was an extra part of the board that would get added. Let's see here. Can't remember where this got added to. Oh, over here. So you would have this added to the board like so. All right. That's hard to fit on there, but this would be added to the side of the board like this. And so it actually extended the board longer. Then you also had this board that added in reaver space that was added to the other side of the board. So as you can see, you had this board, the whole board, and then that board. So the footprint for this got really big with all of the different expansions that came out. But you had different kinds of ships. You had, everybody always fought over the Serenity. And then you had the Interceptors, which were the bad guys. You had the SS Walden. You also had the Artful Dodger. I believe that one came in the expansion. And it also isn't on as good a cardboard as the rest, which is really kind of upsetting. There's the Bonanza, the Yun Ki, and the Bonnie May. So that's all of the different ships that are in there. But you kind of get the idea, yeah? So these two go in there in the bottom. Then you have all of these boards that go in here, and then all of the other stuff as well that make up. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this game, a lot actually. So it was eventful trying to just get everything in there. But it did have a whole lot of different expansions. But this is one where I really enjoyed it a lot. So I really enjoyed the show. So it's something that I wanted to pick up and have. And let's do this. I bet you I can fit it in there if we go like that. Yeah! That's there. That can go there. This can go here. And that can get fit in there somehow. This has to come out and go like that. Maybe this can go in here like this. No! But anyway, that is Firefly, the game. It's actually a really good game. I don't dislike it at all. It's just that it takes a long time. And the more stuff you add to it, the longer it takes. I see why you don't like. I need a different insert. Mine is not as user-friendly as I would like. I thought its mechanism was mainly pick up and deliver. It is. It is. I see why you don't like custom organizers. Well, I mean, if I did better at storing them, then it wouldn't be that bad, right? But alas, poor Uric. Oh, the Reavers. I didn't show the Reavers. They have Reaver miniatures, so that's pretty cool. And so I just need to... Yeah, it just doesn't have... you know, this insert, I don't have it organized well. It's along and the short of it. So it's a good organizer. I just don't have it organized the way that it's supposed to be organized. So that's my bad. But it's from Meeple Realty is the organizer. And Meeple Realty actually did do a good job as far as, you know, showing how everything is supposed to be organized as far as that's concerned. So I just need to follow that. Maybe I'll do that later on in my copious amounts of free time. But you still need, unless you have the 10th anniversary edition that has like this huge box that everything fits in, you do have to have, like I kept Blue Sun because it was the biggest box expansion for the game, and I was able to fit, you know, all of the boards and everything like that in it. So it works, and you know, the whole game is in this. Not bad, right? So I'm happy with it. It's just that I got to go get in there and fix it up. Can you play as the Reavers? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. They are, you know, they kind of move around. Everybody plays as kind of like, you know, Serenity-esque ship with a crew, and you're trying to do jobs in the verse. And they're basically various pick up and deliver jobs. Go over here and pick up this dude and take him here, or deliver this amount of money to this person over there, or go over there and take out that person, and then, you know, that kind of stuff. But as you're going through, you're also going to be drawing event cards as you fly through the verse, and you'll run into the I can't remember the name of the bad guys, the government. The brown coats were one side, and I don't remember what that is. Anyway, you run into them every once in a while, and one trick I came up with but haven't played since was to get those clear business card holders to display the planets during gameplay. Oh, that's cool. The hidden cards would sit like business cards, and the 3 revealed cards would sit in portrait mode. Cool. Playmat goes well with that game. Yeah, that's true. I don't have the playmat, though. It needs painting. Again, copious amounts of free time, which are non-existent. Svatson, John Roger Pedersen says, hey, Sam, thanks for checking out the issue with that restart game. They also posted what you said. Oh, really? Well, that's cool. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, the Alliance. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that. For pick-up deliver games, do you prefer Firefly or over Wasteland Express? Well, I don't own Wasteland Express. I think that one stayed with the Dice Tower, so I don't know that I prefer the theme of this one to Wasteland Express's theme, but mechanically speaking, I think they're very similar. But I do like the organizer that came in Wasteland Express a lot better. That was back when, oh, what's their name? They do a lot of organizers now. That was kind of their first big project, and they knocked that out of the park. And I think that's one of the reasons why people really started kind of noticing them as a company, because that insert that came with the base game of Wasteland Express was amazing. Game trays, yes, thank you. I think that was one of the first game trays. The playmat on the table. Oh. Playmat goes well with that game. Yes. Well, actually, the playmat, I had this on here for videoing the preview footage for Terminus Frontier, and I was like, well, I don't want to take that off. I like it. So I'm going to do a couple of space-themed games today. That was actually an underlying, unwritten, unannounced clue for both of the games today. Bum, 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 bum. All right, well, that is that. Let's see, Luke. You need to send me your shipping information again. If you can do it as quickly as possible. Tom, I'm just going to bring you something at Dice Tower West. So don't let me forget that, sir. I probably will by the time we are leaving for Dice Tower West. Don't let me forget that. Luke, let me know your shipping information again, and I'll get something in the mail to you today, because I'm going to do the 3 from last week and this week's this afternoon. I'm going to do that right now, just so that we can get that taken care of. So playmat is theme clue going forward. Noted. Not always. It just was today. You playing something later today? Firefly solo. I don't recall that it has a solo mode. I don't think that it does, but I could be wrong. Double check me on that. Are we tell Jessie she won't forget? Yeah, that might be true. Am I playing something later today? I don't know, because I have to get that video edited. That is my top priority. That and getting my video edited and shot for the Dice Tower tomorrow. Those are my 2 top priorities today. So I have to get those done. If I do so, and Jess and I have enough time this afternoon, or rather this evening, then yeah, we'll play something, because I like playing games with my wife. But if we can't, then we won't. Just keep your eye to the, make sure the bell icon is pressed on our channel, and that'll let you know if we go live or not. I know it has at least one solo scenario with the setup required. I have no interest, though. Yeah, there you go. I've never played it solo, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. BGG says Firefly is 1 to 4 players. Well, there you have it, David. All right, well, we're out of here. I got to get going. Thank you for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. If you are one of the winners, send me an email. Make sure I have your shipping information and do that ASAP so that I can try to get that out to you this afternoon or possibly tomorrow. But send it to me ASAP. Thanks for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.